Hey, everybody, welcome back to another episode of the No Sauce Podcast with Kyle and John. John was giving me a lot of crap about my intro prior to us starting this recording, so I don't know how else I'm supposed to start it off. Maybe some funny joke. I don't have any of those.
Any sound effects?
Yeah, I can't. I'm good, thank you. I wish I could beatbox like the guys, the dude from Eclipse 6. We went and saw their Christmas concert.
Have you ever tried the boots and cats thing?
No.
Boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and
Oh,
cats.
dear. No, I haven't. I'm checking out my baseball stadium that I'm building right now on this game on my iPhone. It's kind of cool.
Okay.
But it takes a lot of money, so I don't have all the money, so I gotta let it grow up. So
Just real money? Like, hopefully you're not putting real money
no,
into this.
no, just to play money from it,
So do you I see myself doing this a lot in those types of games like Sims or even like the old Maddens where you could build the stadium and stuff or like design jerseys and all that. I almost find myself spending more time doing that than actually playing the game.
Well, yeah, I can't play the game. It plays it automatically. It's just about generating the revenue to
So you're general
add
manager.
on. Yeah, basically. Yeah. Something like that. So
Nice. So you won't be signing Otani or
no,
anybody like that
not
anytime
to,
soon.
what was that? 10 years, $700 million, even though he deferred most of it.
Mm-hmm.
So they could sign other players. I mean, it's smart.
Love it. I love it.
Smart.
I mean, the long run, I'm very worried on how that affects the organization. But the short run, I'm all for it.
Yeah, I
He
mean,
keeps the Dodgers relevant for the next 5-6 years. Obviously, Clayton Kershaw's going to be on the way out, so we've got to revitalize the pitching rotation there, and with Walker Buehler and them. I mean, it's just it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be beautiful.
if they don't win the World Series, then what?
Then it won't be beautiful. Then it will be months and months of hibernation and steering clear of anybody and everybody out there.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. So I mean, that's the thing is if they don't win the World Series with the lineup that they got,
yeah,
something's not right there. So
agreed. Dang well agreed.
He wants the passion. So
well, what are the Cubs doing this offseason
very,
to try
very
to stay relevant or give themselves a shot?
Anybody this offseason. I don't know what they're doing, why they're sitting on their thumbs, but they haven't signed anybody.
Okay. That always bodes well.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But
how'd your fantasy stuff wrap up?
No, not very good. Not very good.
Next, moving on. Hey, you know what is it?
I made it to the semifinals in one of my leagues.
Okay.
And I lost. I'm gonna look it up here. Don't know if it'll still show it. So I lost in the first round of my playoffs. I think that's what it was. I left. Let's just put it this way: I didn't manage my team very well in the first week of the playoffs.
Yeah.
I left Jalen Hurts because I wasn't sure if he was going to play or not against Seattle.
But hold on,
two quarterback league.
So you say you mismanaged, but you won, so you made it to the semifinals.
No,
what does that matter?
I didn't win the first round game. Sorry, I should have. I looked it up. I didn't win the first round game. I lost by 44 points.
Okay.
But I left Jalen Hurts on my bench. He got 23.92.
Mm-hmm.
And I had James Cook on my bench. And that was the week that he went off against the Cowboys for 35 points. So if I would have had both those guys in the lineup like I should have,
Things would have been different.
Easily. Yeah. But it wouldn't have mattered. The next week I lost by 19, and I really didn't have anybody on my bench that could have matched what um, my opponent had. So yeah,
Yeah.
one of those things, you know. Um,
Yeah, I understand the frustrations. So in my big league, um, great first round, solid, number one seed, great, won, get into the semifinal, and let me see if I can find the post from our league. So our league commissioner sends this out yesterday, and it is the so I ended up losing the semifinal. I ended up winning this past week to take third, but literally the team that went on to win it faced the easiest schedule. And I know, okay, it's not like there's real teams or whatever, but it just goes to the luck that this guy had. He literally faced the easiest schedule the whole entire year. So teams, for whatever reason, the players had their worst weeks, the weeks that they played this guy. I think it was about 4 or 5 weeks ago, our commissioner did a whole kind of analysis of, if other people were to have played your schedule, what would their records have been? And it was pretty exhaustive. This guy would have been like tops 5 wins had he faced anybody else's. That's the best he would have done was
yeah,
5 wins. He would not have made the playoffs. But somehow he gets into the playoffs with an what was it, 9-5 record, I think.
yeah,
And then he faces me, and literally I didn't misplay anybody. I had the right lineup set, but Mahomes, Kelsey, and Butker all just, I mean, Mahomes tried to do what he could,
yeah.
but pretty much the Chiefs crapped the bed, losing to the Raiders 14-20, like at home.
It
It's just
happens.
it baffles me. And Kelsey scored, I think he had 4 or 5 catches, only eked out a meager 6.9 points for him. Like
Yep.
it was just a sham. And then last week, you know, had I been in the championship, I easily would have won. But last week, what did he score? Sorry, I'm trying to find that right now. I think he had 2 or 3 catches for 3.1 points.
It's crazy.
3.1. So I blame my season on Miss Taylor Swift. I'm sorry, Tay Tay. I blame my loss on you.
Yeah, good
You know,
times.
happy for the boy. He seems happy, she seems happy, but
Yep.
okay, fantasy lives matter. Okay, just throwing it out there. So,
Yeah, good times, good times.
well, how's the whack? How was your trip? Your
Oh,
fancy trip and stuff.
yeah, I went to Las Cruces, New Mexico this, last Thursday.
Mm-hmm. Saw you went to the bowl game down there.
Thursday to Sunday, yeah, I got to go to the Sun Bowl in El Paso. It's a sellout, 48,000 people. They don't sell out that stadium at all. The last time they did, I think it was 2013 when Notre Dame was playing in the Sun Bowl again. So, it's pretty cool, and pretty cool to be that close to the Mexico border. I haven't been down there for a long time. So, um, yeah, it was a good trip. And then, good food, good basketball, good company, on Saturday. And, um, you know, uh, it's really cool. So you know Bill, he was with
Mm-hmm.
us at the WAC tournament,
Yep.
and we rode down together to the Sun Bowl, and he took me a back way from Las Cruces down to El Paso, so we avoided some construction on I-10 down there, and we drove through these massive pecan orchards, like just huge. I was
Okay.
surprised at how big of a thing pecans are down there. And then, they have cotton fields down there too. That was kind of interesting to learn.
I didn't know
But
that.
yeah, so it was a good time. It was a really good trip, and got to see some people I haven't seen in a long time. Don't know when I'll see them again. And bed that I slept on though at the Town Place Suites wasn't great. It felt like it was
Dude.
slanted a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
but
So
it wasn't like a firm mattress like I like. So it was really kind of weird. And I couldn't use the like I like to sleep when it's cooler in the room, and the
Mhm.
air conditioner, when I tried to turn it on, it had, like, this high-pitched squeal, and so I had to leave it off and just ran the fan, the whole time, but, no, it was a good trip, and
Dude, we traveled as well, and, we ended up having to break up our trip on the way back from Wichita, um, and stopped in Colorado Springs so I could get a crown put in, and we stayed at a town place too. Not in I mean, I've stayed at town places a number of times, I'm a Marriott Rewards person, but I too, like, the bed wasn't very comfortable, it seemed to be tilted backwards as well, so I don't know if that's standard, but then the bathroom sink, there was a crack in it, like a
oh,
little hole and then, like, a splintered crack. I'm like, "How does that happen?"
nice.
And then you go into the bathroom, you sit down to use the toilet, you close the door, and there's, like, claw marks and, like, a crack on the bathroom door on the inside.
That sounds quite
Marriott, Marriott, step up your game. Like, I
yeah,
know it's the town place, I know it's, like, your lower tier hotel, but come on, that's ridiculous.
yeah,
Um
uh
That that being said, for $130 for a two-bedroom suite, fit our family perfectly. It had a little kitchen area with a fridge. So, I mean, we'll continue to do it, but
nice.
renovations are needed in Colorado Springs, town place.
The best part about my trip was that, I requested an upgrade for my seat on my flights,
Mhm.
and both of them came through, and I got to sit in first class, and
Nice.
so it was on these smaller planes, so these Embraer 175 planes or whatever, where you
370
have
or
where you have 2 on one side in first class and then just a row of 1 on the other side. So I got to sit on the row of 1, in the A seat. It was awesome. It was
okay.
fantastic.
Yeah.
So
I like those little regional flights, especially if you can get in that single seat on the left side.
uh-huh. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did you fly Delta?
Yes.
Or
Yep.
okay.
Flew Delta into Albuquerque, rented a car, and drove 3 hours south. So,
Love it.
um,
Love it. That's really the only way to fly.
Delta
Um,
just doesn't fly into El Paso, so that's why I had to fly into Albuquerque. Use some miles so I didn't have to pay for tickets, and, uh, that was really the only way I could get my wife to let me go, is to make sure that it was as low of a cost as possible.
Love it.
So, yeah.
When's the next trip and where you going?
2 weeks, actually. I will be on a plane about this time to, I'm going to South Texas, McAllen, Edinburgh for, 4 or 5 days, catch 2 basketball games, go to South Padre Island, so I'm very excited about that.
What's that? South Padre Island?
Yep, South Padre Island.
What's that?
It's down by McAllen, Texas. A lot of stuff going on there, so, I'm excited. I have never been down there, so it'll be first time, and it'll be
Oh, dude, you're like right there.
yeah.
Okay.
So I will, it'll be UTRGV Fieldhouse is the last arena in the WAC that I have to visit before I can do, like, a little breakdown of all the arenas in the
You
league, so I'm
taking like
excited about that.
video and photos of everything. You gonna rank them? You can do a power rankings and get
Yep,
people
I
pissed
sure
off
am.
at you?
Yes, I sure am. I've done it before, so, I know people weren't happy with it, but, it is and people don't understand, I'm not ranking them based off atmosphere, I'm based off of, like, the build and, like, things I've seen and yeah, so,
Hold on. What do you mean by that? So you're not going off of like the student section was the
no,
noisiest
no,
or
I'm just going off of the layout of the arena,
concessions and that kind
just
of stuff?
the overall build of the arena, not the atmosphere. If I did off the atmosphere, we'd always know who's number 1 in this league, so, yeah,
Not Grand Canyon.
don't say that, you'll get me in trouble. You'll get me in trouble.
Are we we may get to this, but whole Christmas vacation in Wichita, we were sick, so I'm battling that. But are we still planning on, or sorry, am I still invited down to Vegas for the WAC tournament this
Of
year?
course, you always are. Why would that even be a
I
question?
just I don't want to assume.
I was trying to get Rob, and I was trying to get Adam to maybe come. Adam goes, like,
Ooh,
to the NCAA
Adam
tournament, like, 2 weeks after. So
That would be fun. Rob, Rob, I love you, bud, but
just don't play any co-ed, Rob. That's all. Just
yeah,
don't play any co-ed
there's no
softball.
co-ed. I mean,
Yeah, there's no co-ed softball
there
in
are
my
girls
band.
basketball games that are played, but you won't be playing in them, so I'm assuming that your
Yeah.
wife will give you permission.
Yep.
Come on
Sure.
down. We'll have some fun.
I'm trying to talk him into it,
I
so we'll
know.
see.
Well, Rob, man up. Let's go. With all due respect, Mrs. Rob.
Yeah, the cast,
Um,
we love you. We know
yeah,
what's going on, and we'll keep him in line if he does come with us. You know we got your
yeah.
back, so
I even try to keep Kyle off the tables as much as I can. Try to keep
I
him.
don't have any time to go to the tables. I have
Except,
0
sure,
time.
gotcha.
You know that. I have 0
Yeah,
time.
I know, I know. But there will be late night taco runs.
Oh,
That was
yeah,
that was fun last year.
yeah. Going to, like, those late shady bars for, bar food and stuff
Hmm.
like that after, yeah,
Oh,
for sure.
TGI Fridays. Oh, gotta love it.
Why would you go to TGI Fridays?
Remember we've done that a couple times down there.
No,
It's not.
we
Isn't
went
that the one?
to
That's it.
Applebee's, and we went to
No, that's the TGI Fridays.
oh,
Is in
yeah,
a
yeah, yeah,
casino.
yeah, in the Orleans Arena, that's right. Late
Yeah,
night yep,
and the
you're right.
food is just marginal.
It's
But then you're
marginal, but
spending.
at, like,
But you're
11:30 at night, it's so good.
but no, yeah, you're spending twice as much money as you would at any other TGI Fridays, but just because of the convenience factor that it's sitting in the freaking
We
hotel
could have
and the rest of their
Fuddruckers,
food
or we
court is
could have
shut down.
Barrow Pizza or Subway
Dude,
if
I wish they would cater food after the games.
that's not how it works, John. They don't
No,
do that. It's always pregame meal.
the players shouldn't eat before a big game like that.
The
Eat
players
food
get food
afterwards.
after the games.
Well,
We're not
we're just as
players. We are the
important.
media. It doesn't matter. Stick with
If
me
the
here.
media doesn't report on it, did it happen?
It could have. Yeah.
Okay, maybe. Okay, well, so I will plan on lead dates as soon as you got that, so I can make sure that's booked.
March. Let me see here. I'll find it
I
out
would
right now for you.
I
I
would
can look
assume
that
it's
up.
in March.
March 13th through the 16th. So we could leave on a Tuesday and we just drive down together this time instead of me flying down and you driving down.
Were you gonna like hit up some games ahead of time and then like do your whole visit 5 cities before I go to Vegas, or are you actually gonna like go down for just that?
No, I'm just gonna go down for that.
Okay.
Yeah. Just drive down on the 12th. Game start on the 13th
Okay.
and go
Oh,
from
that's
there.
right, because BYU's not gonna be down there, so that's probably why you're not going early.
I don't go early anyways.
Well, most years you've gone down on like the Sunday before and you've caught a
Oh yeah, it's
couple of
because games are
the
started on the
Western.
Monday.
Kyle. Kyle. Either way. Either way. So Tuesday, you're saying the 12th?
Yes.
Okay.
If you can make it work.
Yeah, I will see. I will see what I can do. More than likely, I'll be working, but just like normal. Or try to squeeze in a round of golf. No,
Well,
no takers on that.
I mean, that's why I say go down on the 12th and we can stop in St. George and play a round or something, like
Why in St. George? Why not just go down to Vegas and play? There's some
'cause I have
decent
bad
courses.
experiences in Vegas. And I know that's for another episode, but I have bad
Listen,
experiences in Vegas.
nobody's brought up
And
any bad experiences. There's been one golf experience in Vegas, and whatever may or may not have transpired is still probably back in the sand trap where you got stuck. I mean,
you know what? We'll talk
uh,
about that another day when we get the other rascals on the podcast.
yeah, when are we gonna get that scheduled?
I don't know. We need to work
I'd
that
love to
out.
have Kit and Adam and all them on. It'd be fun.
Yeah, it would be fun. I'll have to reach out to him. Well, we're gonna be doing this twice a week, so I'm gonna have to reach
Yeah,
out to him.
yeah, yeah,
Stories for days.
yeah. Too
Ugh,
many.
good
So
times.
what? How's Christmas?
It was good. We just hung out at my parents' house Christmas Day. Had Coop open his presents, here at home. before we went up there, and just kind of a quiet day, relaxing. I believe we watched some basketball a little bit, maybe.
You didn't
Ate
watch any of the
food, and yeah.
none of the football games are on? Which answer that question, and I'm gonna tell you just how stupid it is that I seriously may be switching off Hulu, but go ahead.
Well, why are you switching off Hulu?
Okay. So Hulu, you can access it from your phone, you can access it from a laptop. However, so for Christmas, we bought my in-laws. We're trying to bring them into the 21st century. Okay. So they've been on cable for the longest time. They finally canceled it. They have none, no subscriptions and stuff like that. They don't have Netflix. They don't have Disney Plus. They don't have any of those streaming services. So they're very old school. They like to watch a lot of like British, like old British shows and stuff. And so for Christmas, we got them this subscription to, I think it's called BritBox,
Okay.
right? So all these, British shows like Downton, I know those are some more of the recent, but some older ones, But basically, it's like a Netflix for British stuff.
Okay.
And come to find out, they don't have a smart TV. They don't have anything. So no way of actually accessing this on a TV in their house. So on top of that, I went out because I've done the Roku route. I've tried the Amazon Fire Stick, and I hate them. I hate
Okay.
them. I know they're cheaper and whatnot, but I was like, it's my in-laws. I love them very much. And if they're watching this, I love you guys. So that's why I went out and dropped the 125, 150 bucks on an Apple TV. That's what we have in our house. I love them.
Yep.
Very clean, easy to use.
We have
Got
two of
that,
them, so I get you.
got it all hooked up. And I'm like, football weekend. It's the semifinal games. I want to see how my fantasy team does. And I know there's some other people that want to watch the games. I'm going to turn on Hulu. So I log into my Hulu account and it asks me, do you want to set this as your home location? Not my home, but it is my account. I'm traveling. I should be able to watch it. And so I click no. And then it basically kicks me out and says, well, since it's not your home, you can't stream it from this device. So I was like, oh, that sucks. Oh, but it's an Apple TV. I can pull it up on my phone and then just, mirror it to the Apple TV box.
Yeah.
No, I had Hulu on my phone locked for the whole week I was gone because I tried doing that. It wouldn't let me access it. So then I was trying tablets and I was trying all this stuff. Finally, I was able to pull it up on my laptop for work and then like plug the HDMI into that. But I had to have my laptop sitting there for like kids to come up and grab and hit or whatever. And it was a debacle. My brother-in-law, though, they have YouTube TV.
Okay.
And not a problem. He signed in it at our sister-in-law's house and wherever. And it's like, then we watched the Thursday night game on my Amazon Prime at my in-laws' house. Like, no problem, no issues with those. But for some reason, Hulu doesn't like it when I try traveling. In like the Town Place Suites, you have the ability to I think log into Hulu on the smart TV there.
Yep.
It won't let you do it. And so it's like, well, why? What good is that? And it won't even let me log in to like watch recordings or watch other shows. It's literally like, oh, you're traveling, you can't access Hulu on this device. So ridiculous.
Well, that's fun for you.
Yeah. So it was frustrating trying to like just watch my team crumble and see that Mahomes and all them couldn't make a freaking pass while trying to like figure out Hulu and stuff. So little jaded from that. So bad sports weekend.
Bad sports weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel you. I actually don't feel you, but
and that brings me back to, like I used to travel a lot for work, and I travel a little bit here and there, and I like it. The biggest thing that I hate are those conveniences that like I lose when I like leave.
Yeah.
Like right now, I have 3 monitors when I'm at home working. Plenty of space. I have multiple things up on different screens. When I travel, I no longer have that ability. I feel like I lose a ton of efficiencies and stuff. Same thing with like my entertainment. Having easy access to, any of my streaming applications, and I hate traveling.
Is that
Love my
mine? I'm sorry. That's my stupid ESPN has a video that plays while in the background, even though you don't want it to.
Oh, is it playing on
Ugh,
yours?
it was.
Oh,
I'm a
I
huge
didn't hear any of it, so
okay, that's good.
unless you were reacting to it, is there anything good on tonight?
No, I was just checking out a Jazz score. They're playing the
Uh,
Pistons tonight, so
are they gonna win or are they
they
gonna
were losing.
lose? And oh,
They were
Jazz.
losing, yeah.
I will say
So
this: I was glad they won the other week and beat the Pistons, and not making headline news of giving the Pistons their first win in like however many months. So I'm glad that didn't happen. But it'd be a shame if they lose tonight.
yeah. I don't know. It's a high scoring game too. I can't remember what the score was, but it was pretty high scoring.
One
I think
130, 127 right now.
yeah, that's a high scoring game. Holy cow, I'm tired. Um,
Yeah, Bogdan is back home and 31 points tonight.
yeah, it's just showing what they traded away. So
Well, look at everything that they trade away. Remember,
yeah,
like the trade to Minnesota, everybody thought that was the stupidest thing for them, but then
they just
look what
wanted to clean
Minnesota's doing.
house. That era with those guys was done, and
Oh yeah,
they needed to see what they can get back. I'm not a huge Jazz fan, so I can't really speak to it, but yeah. Hey, by the
look,
way, I just want to throw this out there. Anybody that's listening to this podcast, um, if you want to purchase tickets to jazz games or anything else, any other events, and
SeatGeek.
you're doing it for the first time through SeatGeek, you can use Whack Hoops Nation as the promo code. Get $20 off your first order or first purchase of over $50. So that would mean that you get a pretty good deal. So go ahead and use that Whack Hoops Nation, Whack Hoops Nation, WACHOOPS Nation, all one word, and get $20 off your first order on SeatGeek. So just want to throw that out there. Anyways,
No, I love it. I love it. I was actually thinking of you as I was contemplating getting divorced while we were in Wichita.
oh,
Not that I
that's
was hoping
news.
to. Well, let me hold on. Let me back up. I had the great idea or the thought because we're so close. My son really likes Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. And the Christmas Day game, we're only an hour and a half, 2 hours away. Why don't we just go to that? And the wife, when she heard the idea, was like, "Oh, yeah, it'd be so much fun." And then I told her when it was, and she was like, she gave me those eyes like, "If you're serious about this, we may have to rethink this marriage." So we ended up not going, and I'm glad because
Ooh, Mary's
obvious
throwing the foot
reasons.
down, huh?
She did. She did. Yeah, I can take cues. I've been married long enough that I know when like certain things are said or looks, like the death rays looks at me. I know I
Well, if
gotta
it
back
makes you
down
feel any
and
better, Heather and I are going with her parents on a road trip this summer or in May, first part of June. I actually won't be able to play in Evanston this year because we come back the same weekend that tournament is held.
shame.
So, but we're going up I-80 through Iowa and Winter Quarters into Illinois, Kirtland, Palmyra, all that stuff. Church history sites. Then we're going to go down to Pennsylvania, Gettysburg, Hershey, take my father-in-law to all those places. Then we're coming back I-70, right? And we're going to go through Kansas City, right? And we're going to
Okay.
stay right outside of Kansas City. And the hotel we're staying at there for the night is like 12 minutes from Kauffman Stadium.
Okay.
So the Royals are in town that night. That we're staying there. So Heather and I are going to go catch a game at Kauffman Stadium, a stadium I've never been to. So,
Nice.
uh, and
You can
Heather
do
was
what I
all
said
for it.
and get tickets out by the fountains.
Yeah, I think you told me that. So we will give it a shot, see what we can come up with. But yeah, I'm kind of excited. It's gonna be a long 2-week road trip though, but it'll be fun. So we're excited. We're excited. What are you typing up? I can hear you.
I'm
What are you
just
typing up?
I'm just
You're
it's
typing
it's our
something.
it's our fantasy thing. It's that post I shared earlier, and people just going back and forth. And obviously, the person who won, is a little little testy and says, "Oh, your logic's faulty." That you know post says, "Hey, how can you win a title with a crap team? Have a regular season where you face teams that score their lowest point total of the season 5 times."
That's the
That-
way fantasy football is, though, bud.
I know, but he's just stating a fact that, like, because he's out here saying he has a better team. He doesn't. He has Christian McCaffrey. That's it. And every other team having
Okay, so
bad
who else
luck.
does he have? Let's hear his team
Hold on, let me pull it up. Hold on. Hold on.
so we can fact check this.
Okay. So when I look at his team, he has 2 players that are ranked in the top 10
I don't
in their
care who the
position.
players are. I don't
I
care where they're
it
ranked. I wanna know
it
who the players
so
are.
Matthew Stafford,
Okay,
Christian McCaffrey,
okay.
Khalil Herbert, DeAndre Hopkins, DK Metcalf, T. Higgins, Jake Ferguson, the Bears defense, and Jake Moody.
Hmm.
Okay.
Well, Khalil Herbert's been really good the past 2 weeks.
Which
DeAndre
great for him. But here's the thing.
Hopkins has been hit or miss.
Mhm.
DK Metcalf has been hit or miss.
T. Higgins
Jake
has blown up
Ferguson has been
twice,
hit or miss, but T.
twice in the
Higgins has
last 4
blown up
weeks.
because Jamar Chase has been in and out of that lineup, and
Mhm.
Jake Browning has been looking for him. So,
Yep.
uh,
But here's the thing. He really had one great week in the last 3 weeks, and that was the first round game. But then he only scored 100 and something points to beat me, and I had arguably, I think, my 3rd worst week of the whole entire season to lose to him. And then last week, he only scored 103 points to win the championship, where in the 3rd place game, I scored 125 points, something like that. And the guy who lost to me scored 115. So if either of us would have been in the championship, we would have beat him or the other guy easily.
you
So
just
again, it goes back to the fact that fantasy, there is some luck involved in it. Completely get that. And that's all that he was trying to post. And this we'll call it air quotes champion, just saying, "Oh, faulty logic. You're detailing what got me into the playoffs." No, it's the same thing that got you into the playoffs is what happened in the playoffs. You
You
lucked
are
out.
overthinking this way too much. The guy
I
just
don't
got lucky, plain and simple. That's what fantasy football is. You get
plain and,
lucky.
si- plain and simple, but he's trying to say that he's not. He's saying that it was all skill and that it's
Fantasy football is
because
luck. There's no way around it. Fantasy football is luck. Plain and simple.
there
You
is
can
a
draft a very,
large
very good team,
Mhm.
and 1 week or 2 weeks at the most important time, they can crap the bed. I had a DraftKings best ball team where the first 12 weeks of the season, at the end of the 12 weeks, or was it 14? It's 14. I was number 1, so I moved on, right, to round 2. In round 2, I smoked the competition, had over 180 points for my team, right? That was a week James Cook went off. That's a week that Christian McCaffrey went off. Baker
Mhm.
Mayfield went off. I won round 3 or round 2, excuse me, without my tight end getting any points. Like, I didn't get any points for my tight end. And then round 4 or round 3, excuse me, my team doesn't show up. Some of the guys do, some of the guys don't. I had a real good team the whole season. I mean, I had Josh Allen, James Cook, Isaiah Pacheco, Kenneth Walker, Mike Evans, Adam Thielen, DJ Moore. They just didn't show up. And I didn't get to move on to round 4, which would have been awesome. But it's just the way it is. Some guys are
It is.
consistent all season. Christian McCaffrey was one of those guys this year.
Do you see the stat on that? That of ESPN leagues, I think it was 58.5% of teams that made the championship had Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, that doesn't
Or
surprise me.
sorry, that won their championship had Christian McCaffrey or something like that. Like
Yeah, that doesn't
that
surprise me.
it's unreal. It's unreal.
Yeah.
On the flip
Yeah.
side, my boys' team won their championship, or the team that I drafted and I kind of gave to him because the rest of the like half of that league is like kids that he plays baseball with, and so he made the championship, won it pretty handily and stuff. So Congrats to
Yeah.
my boy. He won't ever listen to this because he's too busy playing video games or watching whatever. But congrats to him. His
Yeah.
uh, his team name was the Mahomies.
Was
Thought
the
that was clever.
Mahomies?
Yeah, thought that was clever.
Nice. Nice.
Though while we were out in Wichita, we went to the brand new Shields out there, which disappointed. A little bit smaller of a store, didn't have the Ferris wheel, but plenty of Chiefs gear for my son to kind of go crazy with. They even
Yeah.
had. I'll have to send it to you. They had the remember the movie Dumb and Dumber where he goes out and like buys like food or whatever, and he walks out of the convenience store with that big foam cowboy hat.
Yeah.
So they they had a couple of those in in the store. So EJ put it on and was like walking around with it for a little bit, and then I sent a picture to his mother, and she responded back almost abruptly saying, "No, I do not want to see that hat. Put it back now."
Nice.
Apparently, she doesn't have a sense of humor,
Yeah.
but I thought it was fun.
That's funny.
But anyway, so we got him a jersey, little Patrick Mahomes jersey, so he's happy.
Very
But
nice.
yeah,
Good times. Good time.
man, yeah. Other than what we kind of talked about earlier today, man, I got nothing else. I'm just
I'm the same way. Like I'm burnt right now. I don't know why. It's only 9:30, but
dude,
I
these holidays and being sick have just knocked it out of me.
yeah, I mean, we have my little niece the rest of the week, trying to give my mom a break so that she can get some rest and get feeling better. And um, she's a little angel. She's awesome. We love having her, and Coop loves having her, but she takes a lot out of us. So
I can
um,
imagine.
we're trying to get her in a routine, and Heather does a good job with her. I think Heather loves having her around too. So it's good stuff. And sitting at a computer all day working and writing and working on projects, and it's crazy how it just drains you. I mean, I'll turn 42 this year, so
I just hit the big 3-8. So I
yeah,
feel old. I'm 2 years away from like, true old man softball, senior leagues.
pretty much. But I don't play senior leagues. I don't know why. I just don't. I like showing up to young guys sometimes. I know we've talked about this before on one of these episodes, but I like showing up to young guys sometimes. It's fun.
I don't know. I think that chance of like somebody breaking a hip. I don't know. I'm pretty excited for that. Like just go cleats up on a guy at second base
I
and
I may have to get into senior league ball because I didn't hit a home run in league this year at all.
do they move the fences up for senior? Is that what you're hoping? Or just
No,
use
they
hotter
just use
bats?
different bats. Yeah, hotter bats.
Yeah.
So, it just I didn't hit any home runs.
Yeah.
Hit a couple
I'd love to
triples,
see
couple
you.
doubles, but
I'd love to see you just turn on a pitch and like knock somebody's paw out.
hey, I've done
Ah!
it before with a regular bat, so it's possible. It's possible. But,
Oh.
yeah, I
Oh,
mean, I think I
I-
jinxed myself though, because last year in the s in the fall, we were playing a game. We were It was a league game. It wasn't a tourney game yet, and, we were down 4, I think, going in the last inning. We were the home team. These guys had walked again to take the lead, and stuff like that. And,
oh,
uh,
that's it.
another
Jazz
young
win.
team, right? And
Sorry.
so, I think we're actually down like 5. I'm gonna say 5 because we got our first 2 guys on, and they scored on a hit, so it brought us within 3, and then I believe it was Cal and Mason got on, and as Carson's walking up to the plate, Carson's one of our big hitters, right? And Bryant, our manager, is behind me, talking about, we may lose this game, blah, 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 it's gonna suck, blah, blah, blah. I told him, I turned around and I said, and you can confirm this with him, because I told him this. I said, Carson's gonna go up and hit a 3-run bomb to tie us up, and I'm gonna go up and hit a bomb to win it. Just watch.
Did you
He's
strike
like,
out?
"No, I haven't seen you hit a bomb, blah, 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 blah."
Mhm.
Well, Carson goes up, he hits 3-1 bomb, boom, tie game. I get up and I fouled off the first pitch. I was just an awful swing. And then I think I took a no, I think I took a pitch, fouled the second one off, and then the third one, as soon as I hit it, threw the bat down, threw my hands in the air, and said, "Ball game." Like, yelled it out loud while the guys were coming out of the dugout because it was gone. We win the game, and I've never let Bryant live it down since I did that. That was the last time I hit a home run, so I think I jinxed myself there.
Okay, yeah.
But then
Oh,
again, I did hit a leadoff home run in Evanston this past year. Uh, I cost Tyler Velasquez some beer because I had bet him, or he had bet his cousins that I wasn't going to hit a leadoff homer, and I did. So, uh, yeah, good times.
okay, so end of the Jazz game.
Is it over?
Um, no, it's going to overtime now. Markkinen hit three-pointer, put us up by 3 with 5 seconds to go, and then,
Is it
the
really going to
play's now done.
overtime?
And then then they hit a 30-foot three-pointer to tie it up, so, yeah, we're into overtime now.
Stupid.
Come on.
Stupid.
Come on, Jazz. I wanna see the shot because it was like it would've been like bang, bang. Um, okay, here it is. That's not it. That's not gonna be it. God, why somebody show the frickin' play.
Um, yeah, good times. All right, we're gonna end this episode. I think we're both kind of getting off topic here because I'm exhausted,
Yeah.
he's exhausted, and we
I'm
will
just
get
I
you.
wanna know that Jazz can fricking end the game, dude. Anyways, but yeah, Kyle, it's been fun. I'll send you some topics and stuff we can talk about next time so we can stay on topic.
Yeah, for
But,
sure, for sure.
yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna
been
go enjoy a
fun.
basketball game tomorrow night, and Utah Valley hosts California Baptist tomorrow night in WAC play as Commerce play gets back going. So, yeah, we'll be back recording on Friday, and we'll see you on the next episode of the No Sauce Podcast with Kyle and John.